This is the book of Matthew chapter 6 and verse 25. Therefore I say unto you, take no thought for your life, what ye shall eat or what ye shall drink, nor yet for your body, what ye shall put on. Is not the life more than meat, and the body than raiment? First and foremost, I would like to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah Bahashem, Yahawashi Bahashem, Rikak Wadash. I would like to give double honors to the head apostles and elders of Great Millstone, the true leaders of Israel to this day, who taught me this truth. And I would like to say shalom to all the Akim and Akwaf that's believing on this truth and that's seeking their salvation at the hands of Yahawah and his only begotten son, Yahawashi. I would like to say shalom. So today, I just want to get into a quick lesson, and I'm going to name it Hard Times Are Upon Us, hashtag Straight Gate, okay? Because we see America, which is also known as Babylon the Great, crumbling right before our eyes. We see the collapse of this man's infrastructure. We see the collapse of the dollar bill. We see the collapse of this entire world economy. All right. We see the loss of jobs at an all-time high. Okay. The grinding over here in America, Babylon the Great is ceasing, as it tells you in Ecclesiastes, which we'll grab right quick, chapter 12 and verse 3. In the days when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong man shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because there are few. Okay, and we're seeing the grinding cease over here in America, Babylon the Great. Once again, unemployment is at an all-time high. We seeing, mom and pop stores being shut down because they can't thrive in this environment that this devil has set up. As we look out from day to day, layoffs are happening. The grinding is ceasing, okay? And what do you think the average American is going to do when they can't get their daily bread, when they can't provide for their families? You got to understand, most Americans right now live check to check. We see an environment being prepared for 2nd Ezra 15 to play out real time. 2nd Ezra 16 to play out real time. But for the hopeful elect, when these calamities come upon us, okay, we have our hope in Yahawah B'Shem Yahawashi. We're not going to bug out because we got the playbook. We understand that these things must come to pass. We understand that chaos has to hit the streets. We have a power that we're going to be able to depend on. But for the average American, they're going to bug out, especially Jake. And when chaos do hit the streets, Esau Edom is going to come with his solution. Okay. And a lot of you niggas are getting ready to bow the knee because you don't understand what's truly going on. You don't understand what times you're living in. Hard times are upon us. And the hopeful elect, we're going to have to enter in at the straight gate. Let's read this again. Ecclesiastes 12 and 3. In the days when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinding cease because they are few, and those that look out the window be darkened. And the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low. Okay? A lot of these jobs are laying people off. A lot of these companies are closing up shop. We're coming into some very troublesome times. And the only way out of this thing is through Yahawah B'Shem Yahawashi. Okay? And the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low. And he shall rise up at the voice of the birds, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. And we see that too. Okay, so now let's jump back to Matthew 6, and we'll read this again. Okay, because we shouldn't be so concerned with the minute things that's out of our control. Okay, because Yahawah B'Shem Yahawashi said he is and he will provide. Okay, he's going to provide for his elect. So let's read Matthew 6:25 one more time. Therefore I say unto you, take no thought for your life, what ye shall eat or what ye shall drink, nor yet for your body, what ye shall put on. Is not the life more than meat, and the body than raiment? Behold, the fowls of the air, for they sow not, neither do they reap, nor gather into barns, yet your heavenly Father feed them. Are ye not much more better than they? And the answer is yes. That's why it tells you in Isaiah, which we'll just go grab, that his servant shall eat, his servant shall drink. Okay? Because we have a power that's going to provide. This is Isaiah 65. Starting at verse 13. Therefore, matter of fact, let's start up. Let's start at verse 12. This is Isaiah 65:12. Therefore will I number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter. Because Yahawashi is getting ready to bring the sword, okay, to the earth. Okay? It tells you in Matthew 10:34 that Yahawashi is not come to send peace on earth, but a sword, a great sword is getting ready to run through the earth. All right? Therefore will I number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter. Because when I called, ye did not answer. When I spake, ye did not hear, but did evil before my eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not. Therefore, thus saith the Lord power, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit. Okay? That's what's getting ready to happen to the 2/3, because they didn't want to hearken, okay, when a place of repentance was open unto them. And we're coming into the time where Yahawashi is about to bind up his testimony amongst his disciples, and he's about to allow the famine of the word to hit, okay, and about to allow the sword, which is Esau Edom, to run rampant in the earth. We understand we're going to suffer straight things, but we hope for the wide. We understand that this devil is going to come down with great wrath because he has but a short time, but a standard is going to be lifted on the behalf of the elect. As it tells you in Isaiah, let's go there, Isaiah 59. Let's get that right quick. And then we'll jump to Matthew 7, because the straight gate is upon us. And we understand it's going to be a place of difficulty. But at the end of the day, when Yahawashi allow favor to kick in for his elect, when favor is starting to be shown during the time of chaos, it's going to be a beautiful thing. Because you still have Israelite men that say that there's not going to be miracles. There's no spiritual power. That's all written. That's going to happen. A standard's going to be lifted. Let's go, Isaiah 59:19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord, Yahawashi from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him. Okay, so when Esau Edom decides to roll, okay, a standard is going to be lifted up on the behalf of the elect of the nation of Israel. You have to understand that Yahawashi provided for us as we left Egypt the first time. How much more now? Where this devil have one of the greatest weapon arsenals on the earth. How much more is our Lord going to protect us now? Verse 20, and the Redeemer shall come unto Zion, and unto them that have turned from transgression in Jacob, saith the Lord. All right. So now let's go to Matthew chapter 7 and verse 13, because we understand that the straight gate is ahead of us, and we have to gird up the loins of our mind, as it tells you in 1 Peter's. Let's grab that first. We got to gird up the loins of our mind and be prepared to step out on faith. This is 1 Peter 1:13. Wherefore gird up the loins of your mind. Be sober. Okay, sober-minded, not being tossed to and fro. Okay, being rooted and grounded in what you believe. And guess what? Everything that we believe, everything that we have spoken on, guess what? A time of testing is coming, and we're going to have to stand on our words. Okay? Wherefore gird up the loins of your mind, be sober, and hope to the end for the grace that is brought unto you at the revelation of Yahawashi Hamashiach. Okay, so we have to gird up the loins of our mind and be prepared, okay, for what's to come. Okay, we have to be prepared for what's to come. Let's go to Matthew 7:13. It reads, enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth into destruction, and many be which go in thereat. Okay, because there's a lot of false prophets, a lot of false teachers leading the sheep straight to the slaughter. They don't understand what time we're living in. They don't have a real concept of the names, of what the MOTB is, what prophecy is to bring. A lot of Israelites know that they're Israelites, but don't conduct themselves the way they should be in these last days. Still having parties, which is nothing wrong with a gathering, but why does it have to be put on video? Putting your congregation in the mindset of everything is okay, putting their minds at ease. Chaos is getting ready to hit the streets. We're getting ready to go through some very hard times. Read Jeremiah 30:7. Daniel 12. This is going to be the worst time to befall the earth. And Jake is putting their congregation's mind at ease. You're supposed to be telling them what's coming down the pipe. What's to befall the nation of Israel. Reading again, Matthew 7:13, enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many be which go in thereat, because straight is the gate and narrow is the way which leadeth into life, and few there be that find it. Few be there that find it. Okay? So as we enter into these hard times, as we enter into the straight gate, we have to be prepared to step out on faith. Once again, the Lord provided during the first Exodus. How much more now? How much more now? And we're going to get into that. We're going to get into 2 Ezra 1:13, because Yahawashi laid it out, everything that he done for us, even though Jake was being rebellious, even though Jake was being disobedient, okay, trying to buck up against leadership, the same thing that they're doing now. We're going to get that in 2 Ezra. But before we go to 2 Ezra, let's get Isaiah 10, because we always bring this out. Isaiah 10:20, because we know we're going to have to step out on faith. And it's getting closer and closer to that time. Okay? It's getting closer and closer to the times where these calamities are going to hit our front doorsteps, where we're losing jobs, where we're losing houses, cars, where we're going to have the mindset to be pilgrims upon the earth. A lot of these Israelites leaders are not prepping their congregation for what's really getting ready to happen. We see the build up to 2 Ezra 15, 2 Ezra 16, where the lack of bread is going to cause neighbors to fight one against another. Where there's going to be sedition among men. where martial law is going to hit the streets. Jake, you truly got to meditate on the time that you're living in. And see, the hopeful elect that has this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, which is going to be the stability of our time, as it says in Isaiah 33:6. We're going to stick to this right here. Isaiah 10:20. And it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel, because all Israel is not of Israel, as it tells you in the book of Romans. Some Israelites that know that they're Israel are still acting like heathen. Still into heathen customs. Okay? And it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel and such as be are escaped from the house of Jacob shall no more again stay upon him that smote them, but shall stay upon the Lord Yahawashi, the Holy One of Israel, in truth. In truth. The remnant shall return. Okay, not all of Israel. The remnant shall return, even the remnant of Jacob, unto the mighty power. For though thy people Israel be as the sand of the sea, yet a remnant of them shall return. The consumption decreeth shall overflow with righteousness. Okay, Shalak, okay? So only a remnant is going to return. Okay? So now, let's get 2nd Ezra. Chapter 1, starting at verse 13, because Yahawashi laid it out. What he done for us as we left ancient Egypt, how much more leaving this spiritual Egypt. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 13 and chapter 1 and verse 13. I led you through the sea, speaking about the Red Sea, and in the beginning gave you a large and safe passage. I gave you Moses for a leader and Aaron for a priest. Okay? And guess what? Yahawashi has established and set up order even in this modern day Egypt. He set up leaders to feed us with this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, to lead us to salvation. Continuing on. I gave you light in a pillar by fire, speaking about the chariot, and great wonders have I done among you. Yet ye have forgotten me, saith the Lord. Thus saith the Almighty Lord, the quails were a token for you. I gave you tents for your safeguard. Nevertheless, you murmured there. Same thing that's going on now, murmuring. And triumphant not in my name for the destruction of your enemies, but even to this day do you yet murmur. Okay, you still got Jake murmuring. The ones that know that they're Israel, murmuring. And see, Jake, you're not going to have 40 years to wander around before you die out. Yahawashi is about to bring a swift destruction. And 2/3 are going to get caught up in that. All right? See, Yahawashi is about to cut out all that murmuring, all that backbiting, all that, speaking under your breath because you want this society to continue on. Nah, Yahawashi is coming to remove this place. Let's read on. Verse 17. Where are the benefits that I have done for you? When you were hungry and thirsty in the wilderness, did ye not cry unto me, saying, why hast thou brought us into the wilderness to kill us? It had been better for us to have served the Egyptians than to die in the wilderness. And see, that's going to be how a lot of niggas think, okay, when this devil get ready to come down with great wrath. They're going to be like, why did you put us in this position, to be put to death, when I could just tap back into this man's society and live? Well, guess what? Matter of fact, let's get to Isaiah 30. That's how a lot of niggas gonna think. Isaiah 30:1. Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, Yahawashi, that take counsel, but not of me. Because if you was taking true counsel from on high, from Yahawashi, you were hearkening to his leaders. Okay? Just as the wicked Israelites in the wilderness the first time, murmuring, bucking up against leadership, they're doing it today. You're not taking true counsel. You're not listening. You're not hearkening. You're not moving in the way you should be moving in these last days. Come on, Jake. Woe to you, rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin unto sin. That walk to go down into Egypt, and the modern day Egypt is America, and have not asked at my mouth, to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. And that's what we see. Our people trusting in the shadow of Egypt. And as things get worse, as chaos hit the streets, okay, as this man bring forth his solution to the chaos, Jake gonna be all in just to get back to some type of normalcy. Okay, but destruction is following that. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. Okay? See, Jake gonna be confused. Jake is gonna be confused when he get on his job and they tell him that layoffs are here and you living check to check. The hopeful elect, we gonna rejoice. We sick of fucking working anyways. We sick of this shit. Jake gonna bug out when they walk up to their stores and their chains on the mom and pop stores and only the big box stores are open. But guess what? Esau Edom gonna want to get up in you for you to participate. He gonna want to put that C hip up in you so you can participate. Jake gonna be confused. Going back. Let's read this again, verse 18, saying, why hast thou brought us into this wilderness to kill us? It had been better for us to have served the Egyptians than to die in the wilderness. Then had I pity upon your mournings and gave you manna to eat, and ye did eat angels' bread. When ye were thirsty, did I not cleave the rock, and water flowed out to your field? For the heat I covered you with the leaves of the tree. I divided among you a fruitful land. I casted out the Canaanite, the Perizzites, and the Philistines before you. What shall I yet do more for you, saith the Lord? Thus saith the Lord, thus saith the Almighty Lord, when ye were in the wilderness and the rivers of the Ammonites being athirst and blaspheming my name, I gave you not fire for your blaspheming, but cast a tree into the water and made the river sweet. Okay, so Yahawashi just laid it all out. Okay, he took care of us as we left, even though Jake was being rebellious, disobedient. Okay, that's not going to happen this time. He's only going to take care and preserve the remnant, the elect of the nation of Israel. And the rest are going to get cut off. You're not going to have 40 years to murmur and bullshit. Swift judgment is coming, and the elect will not be forsaken. The elect of the nation of Israel will not be forsaken. So let's go to Psalms 37. And we'll end here. We'll read down in it. Psalms 37. We'll start at verse 18 and read down a little bit. It reads, the Lord knoweth the days of the upright, and their inheritance shall be forever. Okay. They shall not be ashamed in the evil time, and evil times are being prepared for this place. Okay. Hard times are coming, and we see the buildup. In the days of famine, they shall be satisfied. In the time of famine, we're going to be satisfied. Matter of fact, we're going to end off in St. John 16. Let's end off in St. John 16, but let's finish this, okay? Because our mourning and sorrows are getting ready to turn into joy because of what Yahawashi is getting ready to do, all right? Verse 20, but the wicked shall perish, and we understand who the wicked is, Esau, Edom, but also the wicked of our people. All right. But the wicked shall perish, and the enemies of the Lord shall be as the fats of the lambs. They shall be consumed into the smoke, and they shall consume away. All right. The wicked borroweth and prayeth not again, but the righteous shows mercy and giveth. For such as be blessed of him shall inherit the earth, and they that be cursed of him shall be cut off. The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, and he delighteth in his ways. Though he fall, he shall not be utterly cast down, for the Lord Yahawashi upholdeth him with his hand. And in his hand, I have been young and now old, yet have I not seen the righteous forsaken. Okay, the elect of the nation of Israel will not be forsaken. All right, nor his seed begging for bread. Okay, Yahawashi is going to take care of his elect. So once again, let's just end here. It's a lot. Let's end in St. John chapter 16 and verse 20. And it reads, Verily, verily, I say unto you, that ye shall weep and lament, but the world shall rejoice. And that's what's been going on. Okay, wickedness have been flourishing. We have been complaining. We have been weeping. We have been lamenting. Okay. But guess what? The world has been rejoicing. And see, this world is getting ready to pass away. This world is getting ready to pass away, and the destruction of America, starting off with the decay of it morally, okay, the dollar being devalued, people living on edge, chaos hitting the streets. These people are not going to know what to do. See, they want Babylon to continue, but it's not going to happen. Verily, verily, I say unto you that ye shall weep and lament, but the world shall rejoice. And ye shall be sorrowful, but your sorrow shall be turned into joy, because when